What's up, YouTube? It is Brother Respect, and it is my favorite time of the month, which means it is time for another Video Games Monthly unboxing. Now, if you are unfamiliar with the service, Video Games Monthly is a monthly subscription box that is catered towards retro gamers and retro collectors. They have a bunch of different tiers that you can subscribe to. There's the 3-game, 4-game, 5-game, and 10-game box. I myself get the 5-game box. There are a multitude of different systems that you can subscribe to. You can get Atari all the way up to the Xbox One and PS4, and all the games are random. You don't really get to choose. There is a big list of games that you can put all of your games into, so that's a big thing. Every box comes with a reminder to update your game library, and that helps prevent possible repeats and stuff like that. I have seen a few people do get a couple of duplicates, and sometimes it does slip through the cracks, especially if you're got a big game library as it is already, and they want to make sure that they kind of get close to the value of the box. Sometimes it's been way under. Sometimes I've seen some folks on YouTube get like crazy good games on here. But without further ado, let's bust this. Let's crack this bad boy open. I like to be like you guys. I like to be just as surprised. So as you can see, it's still in the USPS wrap. I have no idea what's in here. I myself subscribe to the regular Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Game Boy Color, Sega Genesis, Sega Dreamcast, PlayStation 1, and the original Xbox. There might be one more in there I'm missing. I'll need to double check on that here in a second. I'm hoping we get a little bit more cartridge-based games this time. Oh, the Nintendo 64. That's the one I was forgetting about, the Nintendo 64. The last couple boxes I've gotten have been very heavy on disc-based games, a lot of loose PlayStation games, and some Xbox games. So I'm hoping within this one we might get some cartridges in here, but we'll see. Who knows? I had some trouble opening this last time, but we're gonna take care of that this time. All right, here we go. Here's the box itself. Looks like it's one of their older boxes. It's not like a super huge difference. It's pretty much the same. I'm looking at it right now. I guess we can look at it together. So here's the new box versus this box. So they're probably just getting rid of stock right now and getting rid of the old ones for the new ones. But as you can see, there's really not that much of a difference. A little bit more vibrant. Anyway, it's minor. Okay, so let's crack this open. What I like to do is I like to do a little bit of a blind feel. See if we can identify what's in here. I don't want to look at it. First things first, let's see here. Holy smokes, we got a 2-up. This is the 3rd month in a row. My first month I got a 1-up. Second month I got a 1-up. This month we get a 2-up. So that means there's 2 extra games, so there should be 7 games in here. Holy smokes. And this also tells you to update your game library, like I was saying. And if you upload this to some sort of social media, you do get entered into a chance to win a free 3-up box. I don't know, I haven't seen anybody on YouTube yet. I don't know if anybody's won the fabled 3-game box, but we'll see. That'd be pretty cool. All right, so it feels like right on top we got a Game Boy game, loose disc game. Feels like some Xbox games. Feels like another Game Boy game. And another Game Boy game. So, a lot of Game Boy games. Feels like a loose disc game, so that could be PlayStation, Dreamcast, or Xbox. And it feels like we got a few Xbox games. But first things first, we got one of these cool little wristband things. Video Games Monthly wristband. Says play the past into the future. Pretty cool little thingy here. They always like to put a little something extra in there. Last month we got some stickers. The month before that was a magnet. So there's a bunch of cool stuff in there. Okay, so let's just start off here at the very tippy top with one of the Game Boy games, which is Tony Hawk's Pro Skater for the Game Boy Color. I've played so much Tony Hawk Pro Skater in my day. I've never played it for the original Game Boy Color though. Looks like it's pretty beat up, but that's okay. I'm not too worried about it as long as it plays just fine. But yeah, I played a ton of Tony Hawk in my day. I have Project 8 on the Xbox and Tony Hawk 2 on the Dreamcast, and you know, it's just one of those timeless classics that you can spend hours and hours playing. So that'll be kind of cool to see exactly how that shapes up on the Game Boy. All right, next up we got another Game Boy game here. It is 3, 2, 1. Border Zone Free Ride. Never played this game before in my life. I've played snowboarding games before on other consoles, like Cool Borders. Love Cool Borders on PlayStation. So it'll be, you know, another interesting one to see on the Game Boy, to see how that one stacks up. Again, it's a kind of a looks like it's kind of a beat up cartridge, very faded. Looks like it got some sticker residue on there. That's pretty easy to take off. But that'll be really fun to see. All right, let's see what next. Another Game Boy game. Here it is, 3, 2, 1. Super Mario Land. Hey, this is a wonderful classic Game Boy game. Great to have this one in the collection. It's kind of hard to believe that I don't already have this one in the collection, but the Game Boy is one that I'm currently working on rebuilding my collection, so that'll be pretty fun to play. Love Mario games. This one's a great one to add to the collection. Looks like the cartridge as well is kind of dirty. You know, looks like it might have been in a smoker's house or something, but either way, should be great to play. Should be super fun. All right. Is that it for the Game Boy games? I believe so. I don't feel any more. All right, let's start off. Let's get with this loose disc I feel in here. Again, I've said this before on my videos, and I'll say it again, always again, that I don't mind loose discs unless it's a game I really have no interest in playing. I don't have any interest in like reselling any of my games. There is a local game shop where I live, so if worst comes to worst, I can always try to trade it in for like 50 cents. But like I said, I don't really plan on getting rid of anyone. But anyway, let's go ahead and see this. 3, 2, 1. Big Race USA. Oh, it's a pinball game. Pro Pinball Big Race USA for the original PlayStation. Yeah, I mean, pinball games are fun. They're a good little time killer. They're not like my most played games, but you know, we'll at least give it a try. We'll play it for a little bit. Looks like it's, you know, Big Race USA. So I don't know if it's just like a pinball based race game, or if it's like an actual race game that was just made by the company that makes Pro Pinballs. Who knows? We'll find out later when we actually bust this open and give it a little play. All right, coming up next here. We don't want to look. We don't want to look. First game, like I'm pretty sure this is a Xbox One game. Got 3 of them in here. So the first one is Monopoly Party. You know, who doesn't love Monopoly? I don't know. I'm assuming this is just like multiplayer Monopoly, or maybe it's kind of a different take on it. Looks like it might have been an old GameStop game. You know, got a few stickers on there. I do enjoy it when they do come with the stickers on there. I've said it before. I kind of like it's a nice little kind of blast to the past. See where the game has been. That's always really fun. All right, next up, 3, 2, 1 for the Xbox Top Spin. Classic Xbox game right here. Classic tennis game. Not a super huge tennis fan, but this is always a great one to have in the collection. As it can say right there, IGN says it's the best tennis game ever. I might have to agree with them on that. It just plays really well. Played this quite a bit back in the day when I had it originally on the Xbox. And you know, just throughout the years, I've lost games and moved all the times I've moved, or maybe I've tried to trade some in back in the day. But anyway, good to have this one back in the collection. Can't wait to play it. And last but not least, looks like we got one more in here. Let me feel around, see if there's anything I forgot about. No, we're down to the last game. The last game and the classic bubble wrap that everything comes in. All right, 3, 2, 1. We have Project Gotham Racing 2. Awesome. I have the original Project Gotham Racing, so it's very cool to have the second one in this. These are great racing games if you're into racing games. Project Gotham, you know, it is just one of those classics. So we have the first one. Now we have the second one, which is great. It's the Platinum Hits Edition, and it looks like it is also one of an old GameStop game. It was $9.99 new. I doubt that the price has gone up at all in its recent years, but I'm excited to have these. These always also had great soundtracks too, so excited to add that one to the collection. And of course, we have our bubble wrap. which no Video Game Monthly's box is complete without a little bit of bubble wrap. All in all, a great haul. A lot of sports games. With the exception of Super Mario Land and the Monopoly. But a lot of sports games. Oh, and I guess the Big Race too, if that isn't a pinball game. But so pretty good spread of games in here. Was happy to get a few more cartridge based, even if they were all for the Game Boy Color. But hey, we can't complain. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games, which was supposed to be the 5-game box, but hey, we're not gonna complain. Hope you guys liked this video. We'll be back next month with another Video Game Monthly unboxing. Hopefully we get, another better spread. There seems to be a lot of sports games. I have seen a few get some really nice CIB Sega games. So we're always got our fingers crossed for some CIB Genesis games out there. They seem to be the most common because of their cool plastic shells. As always, be the reason somebody smiles out there. Always remember that BR loves you, and we'll see you next time. Terrific.